And we're back. What's going on, everybody? It's me, your long-lost digital homie, Super Dave. And we're back with MILTOWN'S Best. Thank you guys so much. I have to start every video by thanking my besties, thanking all of you viewers. The last live stream was absolutely bonkers chaos, over 1,000 views in less than 24 hours. Very, very mixed opinions from people, but overall pretty good. A lot of people saying they're upset that I didn't apologize to the man Wes. And all I have to say is if Wes personally would like an apology, he can send me a DM and, I will have a discussion with Wes. I said in the video, it was not my intention to frame his past as if he's still doing the things that he has done in the past. I even said in my video, I hope he has changed. My main point is this man was a content creator and he has content on the brain, and that is valid. The man is still making content to this day. I just saw him do a live stream this morning, I believe. So the man, is using all of this clout he has gained from this horrible incident, whether it's true or not. Remember, innocent until proven guilty. He's using all that clout in his channel, which, salute, more power to you. At least he's probably open about it. I haven't watched the man's content. Not really interested in that man's content for who he aligns himself with. So that's just my take on that. And a lot of people are saying, I'm not doing research. This isn't the first time Super Dave has been accused of not doing his research. I assure you guys, I have been involved in this whole ordeal since the very beginning. I have been following this channel since before he moved to Otter Creek. I know everything. I've seen it all. Nothing changes my opinion that what is being done to these neighbors is wrong. I'm not debating if they're bad or good people. In my opinion, they are kind of bad people. But bad or good, they're still human beings. And there's only so much a human being should be subjected to at the hands of another. And that's all I'm saying is I think it's too much. And that is my opinion. I believe I'm entitled to my opinion. I got a donation the other day, and somebody said to me in this donation, you can write a little note in it, and they said, free speech is truly dead. And I'm starting to believe that it is very much cancel culture. Cancel culture has taken over. There is that mainstream vocal agenda, and if you do not ride course with that agenda, you are going to feel the wrath. And it seems like Ray Bonecrusher and I got a little taste of it. But I appreciate all of those of you who understand that I'm just sharing my opinion. I appreciate all those people that aren't trying to boycott my channel and try to false flag it. You guys can see that I posted that recently, that there has been a couple haters. That's the best word for them. A couple of haters who have been posting on these Facebook groups I was talking about how they want to false flag my channel for sharing my opinion. And they say I don't make content. What I'm making right now is content. It's called reaction content, and it's very, very popular. There are streamers like Destiny, Papa Gut, Moist Critical. I mean, I can go on and name you a plethora of these streamers who do what I do. It's called reaction content, and it is very, very, very popular. And I'm sorry if you don't find value in it, but there are lots of people, all my new subscribers, are finding value in my opinions. I just want to remind you guys can always click the button down below this video and click the join button, and you can become a MILTOWN'S bestie. That is a $4.99 monthly charge. It is basically a donation to the channel. And with that donation, with that fee, you will get access to exclusive emojis. I am doing members only exclusive streams. I actually put my very first video I've ever done online there for the members the other day, and I've unlisted a couple other old videos, and I'm going to try to make a couple of videos a week just for members. Just me talking to the members, my besties, as if I was talking to my best friends. No pressure at all. This is just, like I said, it's a donation to the channel. It's a little something extra. And remember, guys, everything that I earn from this channel, it basically goes into a pot, and we have channel goals on this channel. And right now, one of the main channel goals is to get me a new webcam. As you can see, I've done some tinkering. I've messed with my lighting, try to get a little more quality out of the camera, and it is working for the time being. But as you can see, that gold bar will be going up as, you know, we get more members joining the MILTOWN'S Besties. And like I said, every super chat goes to helping the channel. And you guys can do that. Help add to it and help MILTOWN'S Best be great. I'm not going to give you guys no other plugs. I want to talk about the subject of today's video. And that is definitely not the creator today. We are talking about a creator, but we're not talking about that creator. We're talking about Boogie2988. And if anybody of you guys know who Boogie2988 is, it's a hell of a tale. This man is been around since essentially the beginning of YouTube, and he has grown on the platform. You may know him as his character Francis. In the early 2000s, rage videos were all the rage, pun intended. And he had a character named Francis, a man with a lisp who liked Mountain Dew and loved video games. He's also an avid retro video gamer, and he's known for his size. The man is extremely big. He's a large fellow, and he has been on the platform since essentially the beginning and has done it all, including faking cancer is his latest thing. And he has essentially, allegedly, scammed his fans out of about $10,000 with a crypto scam. He created a crypto coin called Fatty Coin, and it was basically essentially what they call a rug pull, and his fans got taken for about 10 large. So we're going to talk a little bit about all of this today. And what happened, guys, is this all went down on his podcast. His podcast is called the Lolcow Podcast, and it is essentially Boogie2988. A creator named Keemstar is the producer creator. Another content creator named Wings of Redemption, who does a lot of gaming content, Call of Duty type stuff. And then there's Tommy C. Tommy C does like Howard Stern type content, and he covers a lot of the commentary community and Spurg culture. And now when I say Spurg culture, I mean, you know, a lot of the online people that are online 24/7 that make a living online. They're habitually online 24/7. Those are Tommy C's people. And, you know, you got Boogie thrown in the mix, and it's called the Lolcow Podcast. And essentially on this podcast, shit got heavy, guys. It started out as kind of like shtick, you know, it was all fun and games. But then a guest, another streamer by the name of Destiny came on the stream. And Destiny essentially said that Boogie was faking his cancer diagnosis. I got a clip, guys, and I definitely want you guys to watch it. So this is the clip. It was put out by Drama Alert, and this is from the actual LolcowLive podcast. And it says, YouTuber Boogie298 faked cancer according to Destiny. He confronted him on the Lolcow podcast, and Boogie started freaking out. And boy, oh boy, did he ever. Watch this, guys.
2 years ago, you said that you had a cancer diagnosis, but now you just said now they're doing a biopsy to check for cancer.
Confirmation.
Is this false MD? Are we treating a blood cancer without actually confirming it yet? For 2 years, you've been having a cancer treatment without confirming there's actually cancer there?
Because it was in my blood markers, and that's pretty goddamn definitive. You can Google that, Destiny. When you have the hormones, when you have the hormone in the blood that is produced by this cancer, it's pretty goddamn definitive. It doesn't show up for just the.
So that's how it all started off, you know. Destiny confronting him. Things got absolutely crazy, guys. I mean, things went off the walls with this whole scenario to the point where Boogie ended up being naked on camera. Other content creators offered this man multiple thousands of dollars if he could just produce a shred of evidence. A shred of it. Anything that would at all say that he had this. It ended up, guys, to the point that Boogie actually said, screw it. He definitively deactivated all of his social media accounts. That right there is according to Drama Alert, that he totally shut down his accounts. And then on top of it, when he was on this stream, he basically said that he don't care, that that he had an exit strategy, and this is after people together pooled together money and offered him over $50,000 for him just to provide a shred of proof that he was telling the truth. Look at this, is from Kirsch, does a lot on Twitter and everything. Kirsch basically said this. He said, Keem offering Boogie $15K for his medical records, then Muda on top of that offering an additional $50K, and Boogie trying to die on that hill that he will never release his medical records to prove I'm not lying about having cancer is the dumbest thing I have ever had to witness. Watch this clip, guys.
What is the unreason? What is the unreason? There's already.
I would not walk away from my house. I would not walk away from $50K.
I would not walk away.
I would not walk away from an internet career that's going to give you revenue. That's going to give you. I would not walk away from shitting on these people and proving them wrong.
We are different people.
Yeah, you're being ridiculous.
Jim, again, since we're not live, I can say this. I've been looking for an exit plan for a while.
This is an awful exit plan.
No, it's a.
I think this is.
What is the?
So he's saying that, you know, it's an exit plan now. You know, he is the master of cope. Seriously, I say that to the point where, you know, everything, this man is so manipulative. And I think that comes with all of his past. You know, we know he's got a troubled past, Boogie. And as you can see here, guys, this is actually trending. It's been trending online for days at this point. I mean, look at that. It beat Eminem in trending. It's still trending as of today on X. Crazy stuff, guys. So he completely deactivated his socials. And it's nuts, guys. And then CoffeeZilla got involved. But before we get to these comments, I want to talk about responses, how the community, how the fans are reacting to all this. And that's just a little preview. But before we get to that, guys, I want to show you what happened with CoffeeZilla. CoffeeZilla is another YouTuber that exposes crypto scams and things of that sort. And guys, things with Coffee got real bad. And this is, in my opinion, what definitively made me know that Boogie2988 was lying, guys. I want to show you guys this video. So 1 second here.
A crypto scam just got accused of faking cancer.
You are faking your cancer diagnosis, Boogie.
Despite being offered a total of $80,000 to prove everyone wrong if he could show his diagnosis to a private third party, he refused to do so, which is annoying because publicly he uses his cancer as a shield from any wrongdoing.
Very true.
In fact, when I confronted Boogie on his crypto scam, that's one of the reasons he used.
I'm in pretty dire need of money. I have a lot of medical bills, and I'm fighting cancer.
And more specifically,
manipulation.
Why he had to promote the coin and couldn't pay back $5,000.
The money's already spent. It's at Mercy Hospital right now. It's gone. I used it to pay debts.
I'll be honest. I have no idea if Boogie is faking cancer. I also don't understand why he wouldn't.
I would take a guess that he is.
Had a diagnosis, but either way, we won't know without an actual doctor involved. So I won't speculate on that. But what I can do is confront Boogie on this second claim, the cancer and medical bills, because I found out a few days ago that these statements were false. I know this because Boogie gave us a timeline of when he got paid in the first place.
So when were you paid the $5,000?
5 days
Crazy
ago.
stuff.
Later, I verified with Boogie this payment occurred on June 19th. And when Boogie said all the money was gone on June 26th, that gives us a window of time where he should have receipts for about $5,000 of medical expenses. Boogie.
See what I'm saying? CoffeeZilla is very thorough. I highly recommend you guys check out his videos. He's done a lot with Logan Paul and that Crypto Zoo scandal that's went on. And this Boogie coverage, you know, it's like small potatoes to him. $10,000 scammed from an audience isn't anything like what he's doing with the Logan Paul stuff. But he's still so very thorough. And I respect that, guys. You guys definitely got to check out CoffeeZilla.
When I asked, agreed to share these expenses with me, and the following conclusions are based on him providing accurate records, which I know is a dubious idea, but when he shared what he had, it fell far short of even what I was expecting. He gave me 2 receipts for the time period, one for $154, the other for a copay of $60, a total of $214 by the time we talked.
Wow.
So where did the rest of the money go? Well, Boogie claimed that it was really intended for medical expenses after we spoke, and that when he said the money was gone, he meant it colloquially and then accused me of lying.
Scamming.
That's on June 28th. That's on June 28th. You showed me a payment for $550 on June 28th, which is after we talked, after you told me the money was all gone.
Yes! Have you never heard of the colloquialism? Yeah, that money's all gone. It's all spent. I have a specific thing I need to do with it. Have you never heard that colloquialism?
The money he scammed, it's already spent, but it's not spent. It's gonna be spent. I need to pay my mortgage. See what I'm saying? The guy is a manipulator. Full on manipulation, guys. And, you know, everybody's saying, feel sorry for Boogie. I can't feel sorry for Boogie. I really can't at this point. I've lost my father to brain and lung cancer. I know how bad cancer is. My sister-in-law is fighting brain cancer right now, glioblastoma. It's crazy. So for somebody to say I have a rare blood cancer or whatever the hell it is, and then to be found out to be lying and to be offered over $80,000 just to provide a simple diagnosis to a third party, not even give it to the public, give it to a private third party so they can just say, yep, it's true. There's something not adding up here, and it doesn't smell right. It's very fishy. And Boogie is somebody I've been watching since I was young. I remember when YouTube first started, I used to watch his Francis videos and just be, you know, utterly enamored with how angry this Francis character was. And I honestly thought Francis was real. Guys, I'm not going to finish the CoffeeZilla video because, you know, fair use. But I highly recommend you dig into this Boogie story. It is compelling. The actual Lolcow podcast where this all went down at is about 3 hours. And it ends up with Boogie actually getting naked out of anger. And this is not for show, guys. I assure you, this is legit anger we saw from Boogie. I just don't think he understood what he was doing. It was pretty sad in all totality, guys. I didn't know what I was really witnessing until like I actually processed it. Crazy stuff, guys, that's going on with Boogie2988. And the internet is going bonkers, guys. You guys saw that I was talking a little bit about the responses that are going on around the internet. So Custard Loaf says, free this poor girl, Boogie. She should be at community college playing Magic the Gathering while her boyfriend is working the shift at Sonic, not whatever this is. And seriously, we all know, I've covered it before in the past, Boogie got a very young female. The man is in his mid to late 40s, and he's dating somebody who's like 19 or 20. Or she might have just turned 21, to be honest. But she's definitely young, way younger than he is. And they are doing very odd role plays, and it's odd. Very odd relationship, but Boogie swore he was happy, so that was just something that a lot of his fan base overlooked. We also have Rock Solid, who said, unrelated, but I laughed so hard when a prostitute admitted to completely leaving the profession after having sex with Boogie. Crazy to think that this was once the Mr. Rogers of gaming YouTube. And like I said, he's been on YouTube forever, everybody. This man is like, seriously, he was the Mr. Rogers of YouTube. He was everywhere. You could not go on YouTube without seeing Boogie2988. To see how far he's fallen is so sad. Oh, very sad. So like I said, guys, we all know he ended up naked. And it's funny because Colossal is Crazy said, Boogie Pig, after being exposed for lying about having cancer for 2 years and using it to promote a scam, decides to get naked on a live stream as a last resort. And you guys, pics don't lie. There is the evidence, and I encourage you guys, check out the stream and see how crazy it was. The man was like a deer caught in the headlights when he was confronted about Destiny, about his cancer, or lack thereof, I should say. Very sad stuff. Another angry comment here by Daka Daka, and Daka Daka said, I just need to get this off my chest. Fuck Boogie, for real. I saw my father pass away in front of my eyes in terrible, crippling pain from bone cancer as a kid. You don't lie about that. There is a spot in hell for him. unrepentant piece of shit. And I agree, he is an unrepentant piece of shit at this point. Just not to show evidence when that much money's on the table, in my opinion, says he's lying. There is no violation of privacy that would occur by showing a third party, a private third party at that documentation, just to let the internet feel safe and secure that all the money that they donated to this man for supposed medications and treatments was for naught. You know what I'm saying? They want to know that it actually helped the man. And if you watch the CoffeeZilla video a little bit further, they talk about, really, the man has like a $60 copay. He does have a form of insurance, I believe. So really, not that much money is needed for him at this moment, I believe, if he really did have this cancer. We already talked about the Kirsch post, everybody. And again, that was... he was basically offered, I guess, an upwards of $80,000 just to prove this diagnosis. And the man couldn't do it. And that's a shame. That's very sad. Makes you wonder why. Especially for somebody who scammed his audience saying he needed money. That's the reason why he did the scam. Something is very, very fishy here. And it makes people wonder, what's the truth? What's going on? This one really got me, guys, because there was a time where Boogie said he couldn't even mow his own lawn because of his weight. But Augmentum says, well, Boogie, if the internet doesn't work out anymore, you could always mow lawns for the rest of the summer. And I found that funny because this is the only picture on the internet of Boogie doing manual labor. So I thought that was kind of clever. Mario Speedwagon said, Boogie in 20... A gaming news YouTuber, OG Retro Golden Age gamer, beloved YouTube content creator, and now Boogie in 2024 is an outrage grifter, content focused on his suffering, completely untrustworthy, delete social media after being caught. I thought you were cool, Boogie2988, shaking my motherfucking head. So many people are outraged by this. They feel it's like Mr. Rogers getting caught, having... an affair or something. It just doesn't feel right to a lot of the viewers. This one was absolutely bonkers, and I had to do some censoring, guys. And it's from HVAC Barkley. HVAC Barkley says, Boogie after getting 2 hots and all the yard time he could ever want. And it's a buff Boogie with racist tattoos. Pretty funny stuff. And they say, it's possibility. Jail is a possibility. Because, again, as CoffeeZilla stated, a $10,000 overall loss with this fatty coin crypto scam. That's it. And, again, guys, claiming you have cancer and accepting donations, that's fraud. And, essentially, Boogie could be looking at fraud charges. Because when you do something like that, and if he cannot provide documentation to the feds or somebody who's actually saying, hey, man, we're investigating this because you've accepted God knows how many donations under the guise of you having cancer, and it turns out now you do not have cancer, that is fraud, sir. So 2 hots in a cot could very well be in this man's future. It was funny, guys. Mutahar offered $50,000. Mutahar is another content creator. He streams a lot. And Mutahar stepped in, and he even had to give a reaction. And Mutahar basically said, I'm thankful Boogie's cancer hasn't turned into leukemia. Now his fans don't have to worry about financially supporting him over it. And he says that because in the past, Boogie posted on his X account, I learned already to do that. The cancer is fucking expensive. I'm at the beginning stages and I still can't afford it. When this shit inevitably turns to leukemia, I'll be utterly fucked. Again, manipulation, sympathy, and an attempt to solicit donations, in my opinion. And like I said, all this could come back and be used as evidence against him. And people are all saying, is Boogie smart enough to know what he was doing? And that is a possibility that he is not smart enough. Tommy C actually posted this, and it is in defense of Boogie. Boogie is kind of known as a big dummy. In a sense, he's just smart enough to be dangerous. And this video kinda says a lot, guys. Let's watch this video.
Boogie, what are you doing, you fucking idiot? Get a grip. You went from one extreme to another in a matter of hours. And here comes the main problem for Boogie, really, and the root of why this happens time and time again. Because as I said before, this is not an isolated incident. Recently, Boogie commented on the Vox media scandal with Carlos Maza. Boogie fires off these hot takes at an insane pace, never really slowing down to think about what he's saying. Anthony Fantano actually called him out for this, and instead of replying with a rebuttal, Boogie just got upset because Anthony called him a chiclet tooth hack. And of course, there I was with my epic meme reply.
There you go, kid. There you go. You big motherfucker.
This dude's Twitter is the biggest mess I've ever seen, I swear to God. And I don't think that Boogie is a centrist or necessarily that he's intentionally fence-sitting to pander to both sides. After seeing how this guy reacts online and watching a bunch of videos and researching the topic for this, I honestly just don't think that he's doing this on purpose, and I don't see his motives as malicious. It doesn't come across as a genuinely disingenuous, what a paradox that is, guy. And I think he does mean well with everything that he says. It just seems that based on a lot of his takes on Twitter and on his channel, he does have a good heart and he just wants the best for everyone in every situation, especially those who are being nice. He's a guy who has suffered a lot of hardship in his life, and I think he just sees everyone as a sympathy case who he wants to help based on their emotion. The problem with him isn't that he's evil, it's that he's dumb.
Like I said, Tommy C, his co-host on LolcowLive, posted that. And it's like, is that an excuse? Is being a dummy an excuse? And I really don't know if that is a valid enough excuse at this point. Seriously, I don't. Because we're all a little dumb at times, are we not? But when you're dealing with thousands of dollars missing from your fan base and lying about a disease for sympathy and monetary gain, we're in a whole new ballpark, essentially. It's just not right. And anybody, it's like when you do an unaliving, you know it's wrong. You know you're going to get in trouble. When you essentially lie for money, you should know you're going to get in trouble, right? Or am I out in left field with this, guys? You tell me. So basically you say, Dave, where does this put us with the Boogie2988 situation? Well, he deactivated from Twitter. His social media accounts are off. And we got a posting from Keemstar. And this posting kind of explains what he thinks happened to good old Boogie with this whole situation. And this is what Keem had to say. Keem says, Boogie2988 fake cancer drama. To the best of my knowledge, based on everything I know, Boogie went on steroids that could cause cancer in the blood years ago and was warned of the dangers. 2 years ago, after he lost all his money in crypto, he went to the doctor and had a high red blood cells, indicating he may have cancer of the blood. Before he got any confirmation, he rushed to make a YouTube video announcing he had cancer. 2 years later, he still hasn't had confirmation he has cancer, but he has been telling everybody he does and used it for sympathy multiple times. Whether it was promoting his crypto scam or asking people to financially support him, lying about the cancer could be considered fraud. He is scheduled to get confirmation tests to see if he 100% has cancer soon. So ironically, even though he's lied, he still may have cancer. Whole thing is sad as hell. That is from Keemstar, who is essentially Boogie's what they call a tard wrangler. I know that's very unpolitically correct, but that's what they say on the internet. And lastly, we got a posting from Boogie's brother, who is a doctor. And Boogie's brother says, to those who are trolling my brother, Boogie2988, I can confirm that his diagnosis of polycythemia vera is absolutely true. He has suffered with this debilitating condition for at least 2 years. I stake my reputation as a health professional on this fact. And he tweeted Keemstar at that because, again, this all happened on the Lolcow podcast, which was started by Keemstar. This is a crazy story. When you're dealing with people's emotions and a disease like cancer, you're going to deal with a lot of anger, a lot of issues. People donate for that cause, and if it's wrongly, if people feel that they were lied to and manipulated, as my father used to say, oh, boba see, because you're in for wrath. And I think that is what Boogie is experiencing at this point, is the wrath. We've seen how the fans are reacting. These are people that actually liked Boogie and enjoyed all of his work. And now they just feel sad and betrayed. And it sucks. It really, really sucks. people do anything for clout. So that is the Boogie2988 tale. If you've been seeing it on the internet and wanting to know the lowdown on it, that's essentially what's going on. So a little change of pace, guys. That is the video for today. Just an update on another content creator, and boy, did it feel good to talk about somebody else besides that creator for once. And I'll hope to cover more content creators in the upcoming, couple of weeks or so. And we're going to still be following. I'm still the watchdog, but there's a lot of people we should be watching, and that's what Super Dave is here to do. So with all that being said, guys, remember, I love you. Go tell somebody else you love them, and I'll talk to you later.